Oh, I have $1,000.
Dang, Alex.
So do I get to keep the money? Is that how this works?
Yeah, you can keep it.
Smells like money. Okay, so I have $1,000. So I would take the $1,000, put it in my pocket, do nothing with it, and I would watch YouTube videos on AI integration into small businesses, and then I would go to small businesses, and once I had a specific integration that I would do, which I would probably bet would be around likely email list activation, because that's typically like fastest, easiest money that most business owners have is their contact list. So they've got, they've been in business 10 years, they've got, 8,000 customers they've sold over that whole time period, and maybe a list of, call it 20,000 leads that they've had. They never email them ever. If they do, it's just like, here's our random discount that we send once a quarter for Christmas or whatever. And I would say, hey, I will email those people and I will get everything approved by you, and don't pay me anything. Just pay me a percentage of the sales that we generate afterwards. How's that sound? And that offer tends to do well. And I know that because I've done it.
So now we know from the man himself, the next question is, how are we going to do it? What emails are we going to send? What software are we going to use? I'm going to cover it all step by step. So just like Alex said, you can get money in the bank as quickly as possible. I'm going to set this up live so you can see exactly how easy this is. All right, so the first step is to use ChatGPT with the prompt I already have made to generate our promotional campaign. Let's dive in. All right, so all we need to use this prompt is the website of the business that we're going to use. I just grabbed a random HVAC company here. We will go ahead and paste that website in. Just overwrite this. So we can grab this entire prompt, plop it into ChatGPT, and watch the magic. So right now it's going to go look at the business, find out what they have, then put together a Grand Slam offer based on Hormozi strategy, of course, then put together the email campaign with everything we need, including the booking links and telephone number of the business. So here we go. These 4 emails are ready. You'll notice there's 2 subject lines here. You're going to see exactly why we use that in just a minute. And then down here's the email body, and here's your call to action. Feel free to review these, obviously, with the business owner, make sure that the offers make sense for what they have. But this is just so you can see how fast we can generate industry-specific valid offers here. All right, so once we have our emails generated, jump over to our AI software here, jump down here to automation, click on that. Then we can click the very first option here, email drip sequence. All right, that's going to bring us to our template workflow. It's already all built for us. We don't have to mess with any of that. We can just plop in, copy and paste our emails, open the first email. All right, so we'll grab the first subject line here, paste that in, clean up some of this extra stuff we don't need. Now you do want to leave this contact first name in here because that's a dynamic variable. It's going to replace that with the contact's name out of their database. And in here we can grab the rest of our email up to the body, paste that in there, put a space or 2 in there just so it looks clean. Sincerely, and we can dress that up as you see fit. Now we come down here, hit save, and that's going to plop that in email 1. Now the way this is going to work is when the contacts come through here, they're going to get sent this first email, then it's going to wait 1 day to see if they open it. If they do open it, it's going to go down this path. If they don't open it, it's going to resend them the first email with a different subject. That's why we have 2 different subject lines. So we'll come back, copy the same email body in here, plop that in, clean up some of the extra ChatGPT stuff. Again, put the space in here. All right, that looks pretty good. Remove the hyperlink on our location name. You don't need that. And again, just replace this with their address for their calendar. You can plop in here whatever the URL is, and we save that. And that's basically it. Just keep going down the line with the rest of the 4 emails and build out the rest of this workflow. But that's all you got to do is paste those in. Just copy and paste them right out of ChatGPT here. Then when you're done that, just come up to the right corner here and hit publish, and then hit save. That's going to save this recipe here, recipe email drip sequence. You can customize this whatever you want, but for the demo, we're just going to leave it as default. Once you've done that, the last step here is just to go back, go over to contacts. Now we're going to import their contacts. You have an import and export here, right? We hit import, you're going to choose contacts, hit next in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, if they have a spreadsheet they can give you, that's fine. You can download a sample file here that'll give you the columns that you need. Here's an example of what that looks like. So you have phone, email, first name, last name, business name, source, additional emails. You don't have to fill all this stuff out. This is just a template, notes, tags. They may or may not have this information. It depends on what the business has. But mainly all you really need is just their email address and their first name. So we'll upload that template file. Now we're going to choose create and update contacts because none of these contacts are in there. Next, right? So if you have additional fields that need to be mapped, you can map them here. These are all mapped because we use a template file, but you can just see how each column is mapped. All right, last step here. Remember that workflow we just made? We want to go ahead and hit add imported contacts to workflow. We'll choose that workflow. And lastly, just click that you confirm all contacts have consented to here and hit start bulk import. Now I won't hit that now because that's going to go live and send emails out to all those fake emails, but that's it. It'll start sending those emails sequentially to those contacts, getting more leads booked on the business calendar or having them call in depending on what call to action you had. All right. So if you've watched this far and you want to get money in the bank as quickly as possible, like and share this video, drop a comment below, and I will hook you up with not only the free video training and the 30-day software trial. I will also include live onboarding, 5 days of live training, and 24/7 tech support, all absolutely free. So you'll have everything you could possibly need. Or if you're not ready, you can watch this next video